What's up, guys? It's Bianca of BiancaRoberts.com, back again with a new video. And the subject of today's video is, do you have to have your real estate license in order to be an apartment locator? If you're interested in that, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Bianca. If you are a longtime subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome. I share a lot of information online about being an apartment locator and real estate in general. Specifically on this channel, I like to focus on apartment locating and real estate lead generation. So this particular question in regard to this niche has been asked over and over and over again. Since the last time I made a video, I went viral again on TikTok. And viral for me, just to make this clear, is basically any video that has over 10,000 views. So I go viral, maybe I'd say once a quarter. But I wanted to answer this question a little bit more fully than I was able to do over on TikTok. So basically, it depends. So I'm going to tell you a really short story about why I say it depends. Over a year ago, I created a free Facebook group about apartment locating because I couldn't find any information online or very little information online about this business. And I immediately thought, well, I could share this with other people, kind of break it down for them, take them on the journey with me becoming an apartment locator, etc. So you can go through all my videos. You see I have a lot of information about apartment locating. So in my free Facebook group, I had a lady who joined and she said, I was just curious about it. I don't think it's available in my area. She kept arguing me down, saying apartment locating is not available in my area. Long story short, she ended up with a little bit of pushing from me, Googling and finding a company that served her area. So she's in that DMV, like Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia triangle. She's in that area. So not only based upon my pushing her, did she find a company that does absolutely do apartment locating, they also did not require her to have a real estate license in order to do it. So the best way that I could answer this based upon my research when creating my course called Locator Boss was that it depends. So for example, in Texas, basically an apartment locator is just another way to say a real estate agent. If you get your license, for example, and you decide, I want to be a commercial real estate agent, you label yourself as a commercial real estate agent, but it's no different. You just basically will go the route of apprenticing with somebody who specializes in commercial real estate, etc. And then you will label yourself as a commercial real estate agent. There's no special licensing that you need in order to be a commercial agent. It's the same thing with apartment locating. I got my real estate license in 2004. In 2004, I could have labeled myself as an apartment locator and worked with an apartment locating brokerage. The piece of software that I use to run my business is one of the oldest pieces of software that I've been able to find so far. That software was created in 1986. I was 10 years old in 1986. The reason that I'm sharing that with you is there's nothing new under the sun. When I first created my free Facebook group, I literally had an entire apartment locating course for free inside of my group. I talked to one of my money coaches and she was like, girl, close that group, delete all that information out of that and create a course. Because just like many people that I've talked to, she never heard of apartment locating either. So even though it's a big thing in Texas, it does not mean it doesn't exist in other states. So when I started to create my course, I basically researched state after state after state. And what I found blew my mind. There are apartment locating brokerages all over everywhere. And when I say brokerage, I want to use that lightly because I don't want to make it seem like you have to be with a brokerage, like a real estate brokerage. But that's the best way that I can describe it. Like I said, the lady who was in my group, she partnered with a company that basically did their own thing. And what do I mean by did their own thing? In my opinion, if you have the energy and you want to do it, you could go around, for example, and find private apartments, like places that aren't owned by corporations. You could set up your own company, create agreements with those companies, ask them if they'll pay you a commission if you send clients to them. They'll sign the agreement and say yes, and you could build a whole company doing that and not require anyone to have a real estate license in order to do it. So basically, the lady who found the company in the DMV area, that's basically what they did. So the reason why I say it depends is because it literally depends. The company that I partnered with is a regular real estate brokerage. They required me to have my real estate license, which didn't matter because I've had my license since 2004. They basically said 90% of our business is working with apartments only. So the reason I'm sharing this information with you is to let you know there's nothing new under the sun. I talked to some old head apartment locators in my area, and they were pretty much blown away that I had created a course to teach people about this, because they're like, I've been doing apartment locating for like 25 years. People who are my senior, like 20 to 25 years older than me, I believe a lot of them are just out here functioning as apartment locators, or they're supplementing their income by doing it, and they've been doing it for years, but they're not on social media. They're not sharing about it. So that's why if you Google people teaching apartment locating courses, you're probably gonna find me and like 2 other people. I'm just sharing that with you because when I started doing the research into creating my course, and I found all of these other companies all across the US, I decided, why don't I just put a spreadsheet together and include it in my course? If you decided to enroll in my course, for example, you don't have to have your real estate license in order to enroll in my course. And you may find that you partner with a company that doesn't require you to have a real estate license in order to do it. One last little funny side note I wanted to tell you. When I started creating my course, I accidentally uploaded one of the modules showing how I use one particular piece of software, because the system that I use to kind of upload my videos, it has a button where you can kind of just click and it will automatically upload it to YouTube for you. Well, I didn't realize I did that one time, and I looked down at my phone one day and I started getting all these comments talking about, oh, this is so helpful, and oh my goodness, thank you so much. And I looked down and I was like, that is an actual module from my course showing how I use the apartment locating software. Of course, I realized my mistake and I took the video down because I didn't want that module to be published on my channel. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because out of the kindness of my heart, in the beginning, I basically gave away a free course inside of my Facebook group. One of my money coaches was like, girl, close that group or delete all that information out of that, put it together in a course and sell the course. I'm so glad I listened to her. I was like, yeah, I don't know why I was tripping like that. I just want y'all to know I am not a nonprofit organization. So I saw the opportunity to be able to create my course and package together everything that people would want to know about this particular niche. Last but not least, my weird little theory about why this business has kind of fallen away or people don't really know about it is because the people that are my senior who've been doing the business, say 30 years, aren't on social media. They're not sharing about it. They're just going about their lives, collecting their checks from home. And they're like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing that I could basically teach, or I didn't know this was a thing that people didn't know about. It's a sub niche of real estate that a lot of people are like, I never heard of it. So I just said, I'm not only going to just show you how to use the software that I use, but you may partner with a company that you wouldn't have to use the software that I use at all. If the company that you partner with doesn't require you to have your real estate license, They may also have their own proprietary software that they use to keep track of who they've partnered with in order to get commissions. So I hope I was able to answer this question a little bit more fully by basically telling you the reason why you may or may not have to have a real estate license in order to do the business. If you like this type of content, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time.